Hello everyone. Now we will be solving those examples now. So let's start. X of n minus 2. Those are the examples. We will start with the first one. X of n minus 2. Okay. So now it says from -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. This will be the x-axis, okay? And those are the points. 2, 0, 3, 1, 1, -1. Those are the points. So now we will write them. N is from -2 to 3, right? Then next one, we name it as y. The points, we will write it. This time the points are given, not like before. Okay. And then stem the n. We are now doing the x of n, okay? X of n. Then we will show you the x of n minus 2. The n and the y. Okay. Axis, as we said before, minimum n, maximum n, minimum y times 1.5, for example, or 1.2, or whatever you want, and maximum time, y times 1.5. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, and let's see. And this is the n. Well, this is the normal n. So I want now this to be shifted to the right by 2. So how will we do it? Of course, we will make n plus 2, right? -2 plus 2, 0, and this all. Okay? So this is the x of n. Let's comment it. And now let's do the x of n minus 2. Okay. The only difference would be that n is equal to n plus 2. That's all. Let's check. CLC to clear it, and here we go. And that's the only difference, that it will be shifted to the right by 2. Okay, I want those both on the same graph. What are we going to do? Remove the comments and let's do it. Over here, do you remember? We will type subplot 2 rows 1 column, the first index. Over here, subplot 2 rows 1 column, second index. Is anything else? No, I guess. So let's check. Okay, there's something wrong. Okay, and this should be commented. I was just typing it to show you. And here it is. This is the x of n, and this is the x of n minus 2. I hope it's clear. Let's see the next examples. What does it say? X of n divided by 2. The division over here will be multiplied by 2 so that we can solve it. The minus will be plus so that we can solve it, okay? Now, let's solve it. So, it will be multiplied into 2. The only difference is the multiplication. And now let's check. CLC to clear. And here it is, as shown. What if I want to go just one step from here at the back? I want the x-axis to be -5 instead of -4. How will it be? You will just make over here -1. Okay, and you will increase it also on the right, +1. It's two brackets. Okay, now let's check. It increased over here, but didn't increase over here. Why? Okay, well, it increased. Okay, it increased by 1 over here. It wasn't like this before. Let's see. Let's show you. If I deleted the 1, see, it's exactly at the -4. So if you wanted to move it at the left a little bit, you can just type over here -1. Okay. Okay. Now let's see the next example. It says x of -2n plus 3. Okay, how will we solve this? So over here it is -2n plus 3. So it won't be multiplied. It would be, I said that the multiplication will be division. Okay, so -n divided by 2. Okay, this is plus 3, which means that it would be -3. This is all to do the same as this, but in the x-axis. Okay, this would be okay. This is the only difference. Then let's check CLC to clear all, and then here it is. So over here it says -2 to 3, the x-axis, and this will be the way to calculate the x-axis, and over here the plotted points as shown, and the subplot means 2 rows, first column, and the second index. 2 rows, first column, second index. Okay, stem, which plotted for a discrete signal, and this is the minimum of n, maximum of n, which means the x-axis, it says the minimum and the maximum, okay, of the x-axis, and here it says the maximum and the minimum of the y-axis times 1.5, the y-axis, which is the points. Okay, so the minimum of n and maximum of n. Minimum of n over here from -2, which is the minimum of n, this one, the x-axis. Okay, and the maximum, which is over here 3. Okay, and over here, after calculating the code, this one, it will show that the -4.5 is the minimum and the -2 is the maximum. I hope you got it. Okay, now let's solve this one. 3x of n minus 2 delta n minus 4, which is the unit step. You remember the unit step says what? When it is only 0, when the x is 0, the signal is 1. Elsewhere, it is 0. So, to do this, first we'll get the x of n, the 3x of n minus 2, delta n minus 4, and all multiplied into each other. So we got this, okay? So now let's start. I wrote all of them so that we do not take time. I started from -2 to 5, okay? I wrote the signals, which was compulsory, which was given in the question, which is 2, 0, 3, and 1, 1, -1. I just added 2 more zeros because I wanted to be 8 points, okay? And I subplot 2 rows, 2 columns. This is the first index. Stem, n, and z, the x and the y. X label, y label, and the title. This is the discrete signal. We are doing here x of n. And the axis, okay? Minimum of n, maximum of n. This is the x-axis, which means to start from -2 till 2. Y-axis, minimum of z times 1.2, and maximum of z times 1.2, which means the minimum of this, which is 0, -1 times 1.2, and the maximum, which is 3 times 1.2, and this will be the y-axis. Okay, then the next thing I did is the n minus 2 into 3 of x, right? So first I have to shift 2 to the right, okay, which means that I will add the x-axis by 2, right? Okay, over here, for example, it was -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, right? And the points was 2, 0, 3, 1, 1, and -1. I said I want to shift to the right by 2, which is n minus 2. To do this, you're going to add +2, right? To shift to the right. So +2 means 0, means 1, means 2, means 3, means 4, and means 5. When you add the axis here, by 2. 3 plus 2, 5. 2 plus 2, 4. Okay? So this is the updated axis. So I wrote again the signals. 0, 0, because those two shifted. So it will start from 0. 2, 0, 3, 1, 1, -1. The same signals will be shifted by 2. So it will start from here. Okay? So now that's why I wrote 0, 0, 2, 0, 3, 1, 1, -1. Now I want to multiply this by 3, right? Because it says 3x. So 3 dot x. This means multiply. And now subplot it in the next index. 2 rows, 2 columns, the second index. Stem to do it. Okay, the x-axis is n. And the y-axis, which I did it over here. Okay, the x label and y label and the title. The axis, which I want. The minimum, of course, will be the minimum of this after multiplying it. Okay. The third step would be the delta of n minus 4. So I also started from -2 to 5. Delta n minus 4 means what? Means that you are going over here, that you are going to shift to 4, right? Shift 4 right. Okay. We always do the unit impulse that it is at 0, it will be 1, right? And the elsewhere it will be zeros. Now it says it will shift to the 4 to the right, which is n minus 4, which means at 4 it will be 1, elsewhere it will be 0. So over here, this is the old signal, -2, I mean the old axis, x-axis, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and now if I shift it to 4, it will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, right? So again, if I wrote it over here, the 1 will start only for 4 and the other remaining will be zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros over here and 1 at the 4 and the remaining 2 is zeros. I only stopped at 5, so 0 here. So that's why I wrote 6 zeros and the 1, which is at the 4, and the other one, which is number 5, is 0. Now subplotted 2 rows, 2 columns, the third index. Stem, which will draw it, n, this one, and the z, which is this, x and y. X labeled n, y labeled x of n, title is delta n minus 4. The fourth graph will be the multiplication of both of them, which is the x advanced to which we did it up over here, times the delta of n minus 4, which we did it here, right? The z. Dot times, which means the multiplication. I put it into answer. Subplot 2 rows, 2 columns, the fourth index, stem, n, and the answer to draw it. X label and y label, then the title. And then let's run it. Okay? And here it is, as we did. You will ask me, how is it 4 over here, right? Like after plotting this all, the answer will be 4 at the end? Yes. I will tell you why. Because over here it's 0, right? So 0 into 0 is 0. Over here it is 6, I think so, yeah? So 6 times 0 is also 0. Over here it's about 9, something like that. So 9 times 0 is 0. All will be 0 except this one. Why? Because here 4 is what? 1. So 1 times, I mean over here it's 3. It's over here 3, right? Yeah. So 3 times 1 would be 3. You could plot this on a paper and you will make sure that you are telling correct, right? Okay. Okay, now let's solve the x of n. U 2 minus n. U, which is the unit step. Okay. So first of all, I will start from, for example, -5 to 5. So over here, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we know that the unit step says from 0 or greater than 0 it is 1, elsewhere it is 0, right? So now it says negative n plus 2. Plus 2, what does plus 2 means? Plus 2 means that we are going to move to the left by 2, which is advance. Okay, so we move to the right by 2, and we will start the 1 from here. Okay, then now what about negative n? Negative n is like a mirror. Okay, so we multiply it by negative. The x-axis, we will multiply it by the negative. So it will be 3, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So we started from, we moved like this, 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative, which means all the negatives and starting from the positive 2. Okay, so let's write it in a proper form. 2, 1, 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. And this is the negative n plus 2. Now let's write it in a code. Okay. First, I want to start from negative 5 to 5. The points as before, which was this 2, 0, 3, negative, 1, negative 1, 1, and negative 1. It starts from the 3 is the 0, okay? So negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. If I want to add some more, I can put over here zeros or over here zeros, okay? So x is equal to, I want to start it from negative 5, so we'll add 3 zeros, then 2, 0, 3, 1, 1, negative 1, 0, 0. Don't forget that this should be equal to this. 11 points over here, so 11 points over here. Now stem, n, and the x. The x label and the y label would be x of n. The title is discrete signal. Okay. Axis. Minimum x times 1.2, the maximum of x times 1.2. Great. Now let's see. The bracket. Okay, I forgot to write here x label. Oh. And here it is. Okay, this is the x of n. Now I want to make u2 minus n, the unit step of 2 minus n. Let's type it. So I will name it as t, and as I said before, those will be ones, and starting from the 3 it will be 0, as I explained before. So ones from 1 to 8, starting all the numbers till 8 ones I mean, and then zeros, 3 zeros. Okay, stem n comma t, the x label, the same thing. And I would name the title as u 2 minus n. Okay, add the same axes. Add here subplot so that both are in the same graph. 3, I want 3 rows, 1 column. This is the first index. And this is the second index, okay? This shouldn't be x, this should be t. And this is t because we are saying here the minimum of it and the maximum of it, okay? Now let's check. And here it is, as we said. Now we want to multiply this by this. So for example, here 0 times 1, the signals, we multiply the signals. So 0 times 1 will be 0. 0 times 1 will be 0. Negative 3 times 0, 0 times 1 will be 0. Over here, 2 times 1 will be 2. And like this, okay? So now z is equal to t times the x, okay? Subplot 3, 1, 3, which the 3 rows, 1 column, and the third index. Stem n, z. The title would be x of n u2 minus n. Wait, yes. Okay. And now x label n, y label is x of n. Okay, now let's check. And here it is, as I said, 1 times 0, 0, 1 times 0, 0, and continue, okay? Here, over here, 3 times 1 would be 3, okay? And that's it for today. Thank you.